about typecasting. Implicit and explicit. Can anyone say about implicit typecasting?
For implicit conversion, there is no need any special syntax. This type of conversion is like very safe.
Okay.
That's all.
Any example?
Like
Anyone?
data type int uh, changing to double.
Okay. So today we'll discuss on explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting we can implement by using three techniques. One is parsing, second one is converting, third one is boxing and unboxing. Okay. So why this explicit typecasting has come yesterday, I have told. Anyone who have remembered can answer.
I think it's because of the memory, inbound memory and outbound memory.
Yeah, because see, something like, yeah, you're right. Memory you told, yeah, which is not within the size of the one which we want to convert. So we planned there is the compiler will support implicit typecasting by default, right? So explicit typecasting is somewhere where we are fitting the data which is not supportive also by the compiler. So for that reason, we have to follow the three techniques. The techniques are parsing, converting, boxing, and unboxing. So let's see which one and how these are implemented. And mostly, boxing and unboxing are the one which are being used, and parsing are the one which we use. Sorry, converting is the one which we use in our programming languages. We'll check one by one on this. Okay. Let us discuss about it. So when we say about the parsing, to implement the parsing, there is a C sharp, all this for three techniques, there are some predefined methods has been introduced. So the predefined method is parse. So using parse method, we can convert from only string to any type of data type, any data type, I mean, any data type. Parse method was defined in every primitive data type structure. So a string is converted to any type of data type. So parse is nothing but it supports only string. Okay. So how is like for example, a string s has to be converted into integer. So it is not possible implicitly, right? The compiler will not do it. So that's why int parse of string s can be passed in order to satisfy the conversion. Like what I told, like whatever compiler is not supportive for every one subjective, there is a technique has been developed. So the predefined methods for this, the predefined method is parse method. Let me. int parts of. So this is method we told, na? So opening the braces. I told it will convert string to any other data types, whatever double or anything which it wants. So parse of string S. So you are converting into double. So requesting the compiler to understand, like using the parse method, I want to convert this string to integer. Okay, this kind of notation will be given. Please write it down. And this is the main thing, like what parse method will do its functionality. What is its functionality? Everyone gone through the material which Krishna shared?
Yes, yes.
I'll write the syntax for you, how it is actually called, to understand in a better way. Why this has come. Let me, I'm just told according to the compiler language, let me write the actual syntax first, how it is denoted, and then how the value will be understood by the compiler. It's better to write in that way. Sorry for that. So this integer with that variable is called this way. So double is there. Now double should be taken by the has given as an integer. Then how this will convert is the example. Please see the example. And also write down the other example which I am telling. So after the class, you can practice on that examples. Write in the notes itself. After writing this example. Sorry. So from today onwards, whatever I write to do, this one like this. It is homework, okay? Everyone written?
Yeah.
I've written that homework program also. To do after the class.
Yeah, very do.
So when we will go for parsing, and what is the drawback here? Like we are going for parsing only when we want to convert a string to any data type. We are going to parsing. So what about if you want to change from one data type to another data type?
We have to use a converting.
Yes. So the second one is converting. Using converting, we can convert any type to any data type. To implement converting, we have a predefined class called convert. So the predefined class convert, which is a part of system based class library. So within convert class, Microsoft has defined all the data type conversion methods. Okay. It is a base class library. It is within the base class library, the predefined class. So Microsoft has defined for it all the data type conversion methods to help it to convert. Okay. I'll give you the small syntax and format which I have been created earlier to understand easier way. Can I go upward? So scroll upward. Have written this thing.
Can you please show that program once? I'm
Writing
picture. I want to take picture in that.
picture you want to take. You'll remember.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'll take picture just.
How you'll remember?
I'm typing in my ID.
You're
I'm
typing.
running my in my laptop. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, Niharika garu, like we will do one thing, like behalf of writing right now, like we can take the screenshots or the pictures in the mid of the class, and after completing the class, we can write. Like then we can save somehow time, right?
So, for example, like you're telling like whatever happens today, the programs you'll
We'll
do
write
by the
after
end
the
of the class.
class. Immediately we can write it down after the class.
Who is telling that confidently I will write?
It's me, Sai Krishna.
Sai Krishna, okay, you are interested, you're telling you will write. Someone who is lazy enough to write, if they take that pictures after 2 days, after 3 days, they'll think that tomorrow I'll write. And all that pictures they'll confuse, they don't know for which topic also. That pictures. according to the people activeness, I will also follow something. But okay, I'll consider what you're telling. Let's see how people will answer today the interview question. Upon that, I will get an idea. If you are telling this one, sure that your friends will write after the class. Then definitely, I also want to complete. Like after this C sharp, I want to tell at least what is what about MVC, ASP.NET, all this one. Let me see the next two classes. If people are seriously doing what I am saying, I feel that differences that will show in your answering the questions only. Because tell me if someone has told your friends that I got the interview question every day and the trainer is asking me that question, whether I'm studying or not, and spending after extra 10 minutes time on that after the class. Let's see the Sai Krishna next 2 days. Okay. So now I'm going to give an example on convert.
Are you on mute?
Yes. Any questions? I told I'm giving the example, na? So I'm
Yeah. Yesterday I
to
was on mute.
yesterday. Okay. Unfortunately, I was mute and I was
Yeah. We were just checking on.
okay.
వినిపించట్లేదు నీకు వస్తుంది కదా.
So when we give like this, is the output is asked for us or you will give at where is this? What happens if we giving like this? Anyone other than Sai Krishna and Akhil? Giving like this, from where the input will be taken? This one? Like at what time? I mean,
It will take from the user while compiling.
okay, good. Who is that?
Sumant.
This is true. I'm just zooming 1 second. I'm not playing. Just for people who are not writing down and cannot see properly. Can see visible now?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So we have the value type and reference type. So if we want to convert from one type to another type, so we follow boxing and unboxing. So let's discuss when the boxing and when the unboxing has been used. Return the program.
Yeah, 1 second. We are about to finish.
Okay.
Yeah, we finished.
Okay. So boxing and unboxing, we have two types. One is value type and one is reference type. Like value types are nothing but what are the value types? Tell me in our data types.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. what are the reference type?
The last one, general.
Okay, what general has?
General has class and object.
Yes. Class and object
Yeah,
or string and object.
sorry, string and object.
Okay. So now, like we have discussed here, like converting from value type to reference type is boxing. So whatever we are doing now using this convert method. So that conversion of value type to the reference type is happening in the programming language during the creation of the class. After the creation of the class, the compiler calls a method inside the class and be converting a data type to the string, right? When firstly, when the class is created, a variable has to be created in the format of string. So that is called by a data type to the class inside the class. So this kind of functionality will happen, and that is called boxing. So I generally gave for an understanding this syntax. Once this syntax is used during the conversion, like any inside the class, so you will see at that time. Now this reference type means whatever the object means inside the main method, you have an object creation that has been done by you, and that object you are converting to a value type, means you are printing out the like output. You are giving the output for that particular class inside the method. So for that, it is called as unboxing. So this is the like process how the unboxing and boxing has been done internally. Generally, this is a syntax has been given by me, not like for your easy way of understanding. Once we go for the class and its notation, you can understand what boxing and what unboxing has exactly doing. Okay. So anyone who can tell about this control statement? Any idea on control statement? What are control statement?
No, we don't have it.
Control statement?
Yeah, we are not aware of that.
I guess to print the value.
Control statement, for what we use the control statement is nothing but writing within the blocks, whatever you write, the logic is control
Yeah,
statement. Huh?
If I,
Like switch statement, switch method,
Yeah, all those one.
switch method, if method.
Yes,
Okay.
all those are control statements. By using logic to avoid the runtime errors, whatever you write within the blocks, all these statements are control statement.
Yes.
So by using some exception handlings, you write the control statement. It is called exception handling mechanism control statements. I'm just talking about this to see how the terminology you remember or not. That's why I was telling, okay? So exception handling, everyone have an idea what exception handling will have and when that is used at the runtime to handle the errors, right? When we have larger level of program and two things are two functionalities are happening parallelly, then we write the logic in the try, and whatever we want the errors, the logic that we have seen that's in the catch finally is the one like irrespective of the error to be solved, it should be printed out.
Yeah, in throw statement also, right?
Throw statement.
Yeah.
Multiple throw statements also we can use. Okay, just remembering your memory. Everyone knows about the control statement, just telling. Simple if else, if, nested if, multiple if. All these are control statements, right? No need to tell like if and all this, right? If and the condition will be given to satisfy that condition. Some logic has been given. All these are in C program, the basic level. Okay, everyone have knowledge? Why if is used? Why if else if is used? Tell us
Yes.
or no?
Yes, yes.
Can anyone tell about any limitation on switch expression? Why we don't use switch?
Can you repeat the question again?
Can anyone tell why we don't use switch expression in most of our programming, doing our programming languages? Why you use if else if?
So we are not sure.
You're not sure? Okay. Among if else if and switch is bit faster, like taking from one branch to another branch. But the thing is like whenever we have multiple option, if we execute switch, there is a no condition that has been they will require to see switch has a limitation due to that reason of particularly requirement is unavailable or cannot be seen. We can write the switch at that time if the requirement is not sure also we can write switch, but multiple lines we have to write. Whether the condition will checked only once and it not be checked until the output has been given. If else if is the one which will check the condition even after the output is out. Like even the if this I greater than j is true, then print
Yes.
this one.
Yes.
Else another value, print this one. Then if else if you are telling, so another if condition will be there. So again the condition that you can recheck or you can apply the new condition there and you can print the output if else if. But whether I switch statement, switch functionality, it will print the multiple statements with the single time checkup on the condition. So it is having that recheck functionality in if else if of satisfying the satisfying the user requirement exactly, and switch expression in our C#.NET cannot be having the floating point data type. It can be only numerical. That means data type, the numerical data type, char, string, boolean, enum. So without floating point data type, it is also a restriction for our users to use it, isn't it?
Yes.
That's why we use if else if, and switch has this kind of limitation. That's why we don't go for switch. Most of the OOPS concepts supportive programming language will not go for switch. Got it?
Yes, yes, got it.
Yeah.
So we talked about that control statements comes like if else, if. So what is loop? A loop. When we use for
We
loop,
use
while loop, do while loop, for each loop. Whenever we want to execute single statement or block of statement multiple times, based on the condition, we will go for loops, right?
loops. Yeah, it will repeat multiple times.
Yeah. So if is like it will check on the condition.
Yes.
For loop, while loop, do while loop, for each loop. This will go for recursion of checking on the condition and printing the values. Can we, for loop, we have some syntax, right? Everyone know that initialization for I equals to 0, then comma, then semicolon, then goes the condition, then goes increment or decrement. Right, for loop syntax, everyone know, right?
Yes, yes.
So here is a question. Can we implement a for loop without initialization and increment or decrement? Can a for loop exist? Means it will not show any error if you are not giving an initialization like I equals to 0 semicolon condition and then semicolon increment or decrement. In this first and third portion is not there, only condition is there in for loop. Then is that valid? Is the condition okay for the compiler while error will come or no?
No, I think we should initialize it, or else it will not execute. It is mandatory to initialize it.
Never tried, I think so. It is okay. It is okay to have the for loop. For loop is only used for what I told recursion of condition check, right? So it is not compulsory. It is helpful to have the recursion of checking like that. So it is okay to have a for loop with only condition instead of having the initialization and increment or decrement. Please just remember, or you can write a short notes. The for loop is still exist without an error, but the while loop without condition will not exist. Because while loop syntax is just between while and opening the braces and writing the condition, right?
Yeah.
Just if you want to write a small line, write it on your note. Whenever you want to have the output in the next line. Mostly everyone has come across this type of things, but I want to tell for people who who are not previously into the programming stuff a lot and not understanding this one. That's why I'm telling. I don't need to tell all these loops also. Can directly go, but just memorizing your memory, or for people who don't know, they should know that at least this what is what, right? Isn't it right or not?
Yeah.
So when when we want to move the cursor to the next line, like in the previous output, you want to see the whatever you give in the right line. You want to see that, for example, welcome message or any other messages. You want to see next to next, saying console.write. Like for example, Tetra Computing, and giving \n and writing something like United States. And you can see that Tetra Computing will come in the first line, and you give inside the right the \n. So the USA will come into the next line. So \t, how it will work? Same place you keep \t. Then it will just move with a more space, not just with a single cursor space. With more space, it will move. Welcome Tetra Computing. With more space, it will go and it will show USA. \t. \t. Okay. Just telling for if people get
What-
confused or
What about
every-
\b?
\b
B.
you asked.
Yeah.
\b.
B. Yeah.
b.
Yeah. B for ball.
B, okay. It is used for spacing, like mostly in C programming language. So it moves the cursor to the backward.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Today I saw something on internet, so that's what I'm asking you.
It will use the cursor
Yeah.
little bit backward to one side of another is a
Yeah.
character matching or anything like that.
Yeah. It was saying like if you print hello using \b, between two L's, one L will get eliminated.
Yeah, backward
Yeah.
it will go, na?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so that character will remove.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
Any vendor asked, or you just seen somewhere?
When I was going through C# classes in W3 schools, it was saying that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So everyone have this idea, arrays.
Yeah, we don't have complete knowledge, but we just have some kind of theoretical knowledge.
But you have come across the array notations and how that been used in programming languages, right?
Yeah, we know a little, but I don't think it's even like 20% of that what it is really.
Okay. So how many want to tell about array little bit, or you want to jump into another topic?
If
Yeah,
if
you
you
can
can
explain.
elaborate, that would be great, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I give examples and say
Yeah,
that would be enough, right?
yeah.
Let me think on array, two-dimensional array, one-dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. So let me think the simple example. Basically, array is collection of all the elements which should be of the same type. So inside one array of values, the data type should be same. So the syntax is something like this, right? Isn't it? Right. So all the data types are int only. So when we want to write one-dimensional array, then we are one-dimensional array. They are asking, write down the program to create one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array means what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all that comes in one line. Two-dimensional array means 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and another one more array will be there, which might be like 60, 70, 80. So printing the next array in the second line, that will be two-dimensional array. So here we use in a for loop, this is like having 5 values. You have to print all the, what was the example I told? Just printing this one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array should be in the output I was telling. So how this will be in the output? Which loop you will use? And among this you have to know about the length, right? Arrays. So you have to know about the length, how much length the array is there. So we use here the predefined term, that is length property. So length is a property which will return the size of the given array that we use during the condition assignment. So the A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. The size is 4. It will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So which loop we'll use?
Yeah, I think we'll use for loop.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for loop, yeah, you're right. So for loop, it's going with just condition will not work. It should have the length property, I'm telling. Because the size, the size of the array has to be decided, right? It happens with the length property only.
Yeah.
So,
And in array, we can use both the value and reference types.
yeah, it's a good question. Like we can use.
Yeah, okay.
Reference type, you can say that string comparison can be done without recursion of for loop, just using the condition. But the object you cannot print or you cannot do anything, right? So at that time, the object is not obeyed to have.
Yeah.
You cannot decide the size of an object.
Yeah, yeah.
The output of this will be okay. So the A is A of, firstly it will take A of I. The initialization is happened with I. A of I means A of 0, 10. So 0 is greater than 10 it will take. Is it right? We are talking length.
Yeah, yeah. It will take about the 10.
The value will not be taken. The length will be taken.
Yeah, the length first 0.
Yeah. So it will print 10.
Yeah,
So the next it will take 1,
yeah,
like that. And
Yeah.
everything will be printed out.
yeah.
So next,
So in the last second line, console dot write a dot I. How does that work? Can you explain a little bit more?
A of I.
Yeah.
You're telling the controller that we are printing all these A of I values.
Okay.
That's why the notation is like this.
Okay. Okay. So and then why after that we are concatenating it and putting inverted commas to
Dot
get
length
space?
it is there, na? It will take as the string.
Okay.
All the
Okay.
values, whatever there.
Yeah. And to get aware of these small concepts in depth, you said that you have some websites that are pretty good to go and
Yeah, I will share.
yeah.
Now we discuss this topic, na? So
Yeah,
in
and you
front
also
I
said
will
that
share.
you gave some notes to some BTech students and you told that
For
you,
practice purpose programming.
yeah. Can you share it if you don't mind?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, thank you.
So next we have the topic.
Can,
What was there? Any
can
short?
you undo the notepad once?
You're writing something.
Yeah, I was writing the code, so you erased it. So
Okay.
can you please undo once?
Just like it is not on the flow of
Yeah,
C#
I
.NET
just,
class. So
yeah,
I just deleted.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. I finished it.
So the next we'll go with the OOPS. And as someone is asked this basic programs with example they want. So you want the solution or you just want the program questions?
Program questions with the solution would be great, because if you get any doubt, or if we are stuck in the middle, we can go back and check with the solution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it enough for giving on array or you want on loop and control statements also?
Yeah, it should be
Both of
great
them.
if we can give all of them, so that we
Okay.
can do it in our leisure time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is, Krishna. Hello, Krishna.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Please ping me after the class about this one, okay?
Yeah,
Saying
sure.
that
Yeah.
yes, if you can give the programs, we can practice. Because if you don't remember me again, in the morning I will wake up and I will give, and that will be almost your night, right? That's what.
Yeah. After the class, I will ping you.
Yeah, just remember me this one. Okay, for every like if and for loop and what else we told if else statement, arrays. For all these five programs I will give with solution. It will take me some time to do after my class. Yeah, okay. I will send to you in an email.
Yeah, that's fine. You can take your time. You can send it in a day or two.
Okay. So let's start with the OOPS concepts today, and the basic why the OOPS concept, why it has come when we have the procedural oriented approach already. So we can start the principles of OOPS and exactly OOPS concept. If I give that programs today only, you'll get some idea what is what. You can just try try that solution printing in the Visual Studio, your Visual Studio, and know about the statements, right? So it's better to give today, but I need to some extra time. That's okay. I want you people to utilize it. That's all. So the procedure, we have the programming approaches are of two types. One is procedural oriented approach. One is object oriented approach. In procedural oriented approach program, we have all the collection of procedures or the methods that will do the logical statement without creating any object, without creating any blueprint for the logical statements, or without maintaining any reference types for the class, to notate the class, to call the class. So this is type of programming we call approach is called as procedural programming approach. So the procedural programming approach is nothing but C language. So it has no modularity, no reusability, no security properly. So due to this drop down drawbacks, and we have decided to build some object oriented programming language to have the new approaches to overcome this reusability. So if you create a reference type for a class or for a method inside the class, then only you can reduce the lines of the code, and can that logic can be used right in the program. Or else you go on writing the same logic, enter the entire program or the solution, it will go into millions of lines, and which is waste of time. So the modularity means the module level of basis, like the blocks maintenance on the logic, everything will be disturbed. And when it comes to no security for C language, I say the value changes. If you want to change the value at one place, you can just use the reference type of it and you can change. You are changing it every time you are declaring that value and you want to change, means the original value which you designed at the first time will also be changed, where the security is not maintained properly. So what are the three that are drawbacks? Tell me. One is modularity, no
Yeah.
reusability, no
No security.
security.
Yeah.
So we occurred these drawbacks in our C language. So we don't want want to overcome this limitation. So object-oriented programming language has been approached. The languages are Java, C#.NET, C++. In C++, we got the OOPS concept, right? In OOPS concept, we have it just the method. No, just the method is C language. We got the collection of classes. So object-oriented approach is a programming methodology which provides the class and an object. A programming language which follows the OOPS principle. Like what are the OOPS principle? We have the 4 principles we have.
Encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and one of
Abstraction.
abstraction. Yeah.
So the combination or the program usage within the class and object. Using class and object is nothing but object-oriented approach programming languages. So the OOPS principles are mainly of 4. There are 4 principles. I will write in notepad. Who want to write it very neatly can write it. Writing.
Yeah, we are right.
To achieve this 4 principle, what should be there? Class and object, right?
Yeah, class and object are the key principle, key concepts.
Right? Still writing?
No, we finished it. Yeah, you can go ahead
Yeah,
now.
completely.
Okay. What is a class? Anyone?
Class is a collection of objects.
Okay. Generally inside class, what we'll write? We don't write object, right? We'll write in the main method to call the class.
Yeah, class has methods to call the objects,
Okay.
and
So
also
it has declaration.
yeah, it has declarations as well.
So it has some state and behavior. Class is a collection of some states and behavior, right? The logic, the method, and its declaration. Why I'm telling some states and behavior is like state is a member of a class which represents some value, like variable of a field is called state. State of the class. What is the state of the class if someone asks? It is nothing but variable of field. No one will ask, but just for the remembrance of no, of the terminology I'm telling. So generally, when someone is asked what is class, it is a collection of states and behavior. The state is nothing but variable of fields, declarations, and behavior. The logical, the functionality, methods. We'll write that is called the behavior. So you can tell it is a class is the collection of variables and its behavior, which is writing the logical methods functionality inside the class. Okay.
Yeah,
Understood what to say when they ask what is class?
yeah, we got. And does class have any limit of a certain amount of objects to contain, or it can contain any number of?
Depending upon the blocks that we use, blocks again means the control statement.
Okay.
You are according to the access modifier. You know,
Yeah,
access private that we are coming up next.
yeah, okay,
According to the internal and all
okay,
these keywords.
yeah,
Upon using that, the class will be have that constraint. It's a good question. So
yeah,
class is constrained on the usage till how that class is occupied with the logic or anything is decided by the access modifiers. What is
yeah,
access modifiers and how many types of access modifiers C# .NET has? We will be discussing about it just for your uh, memory and to remember it. And I am telling that public, private, whatever we give, these are called access modifiers. Okay. And we told the declaration of variables and the functionality of the logic of the class is within the both comment are called as in class, right? So what are the types of the variables in C# we have? Like C# has decided three types of variables: local variable, instance variable, static variable. Okay. I will wait
yeah.
here.
Actually, you started to discuss about local variables yesterday, and we
Yeah, yeah.
somewhere missed it. And
Yeah, I stopped thereby because today we'll come across.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I
Okay,
stopped.
got
Because again, this flow will miss.
it. Yeah, yeah, got it. Yeah.
Instead of writing sentence, I just keep the plus, okay? It is
Yeah,
and while
that's
you're
fine.
telling
Yeah.
to the people.
Yeah, we'll concatenate both of them.
Okay, right. Written.
Yeah, 1 second.
Local variables, a variable which is declared inside the method and outside the class is called local variable. So I'll give the syntax for people, method syntax for people who have like how this is declared and how this is declared when I directly tell on with the example. For the method, I will give a syntax like that. Access modifier, just I told. We will be at to discuss just for your, at least public and private, these two. So for that, and return type, whatever the method is returning, that will be given. So if the output is coming wrong than what you are expected, the return type is getting wrong. What is the return type? Int or whatever you give, double, whatever that you give, that is there. So you're telling inside this method, whatever the logic is there, you have to do an entire logic there, and the output what is coming should match this return type, isn't it? So method name,
Yeah.
type means data type, argument 1, the value, argument to the other data type, for that the passing the value. Also we have to mention the data type. Once we start see the examples of the programs, you'll get to analyze better the way. But just writing this syntax will help you to remember at that time to understand the program. Please write it down. Don't just forget. Okay, we'll write some other time like that. Syntax will be there, but in a easy way, understandable way, I have written here.
Yeah, we are done.
So local variables, what am I telling on local variables? Just now I told. If someone remembered, can you tell?
Yeah, which are declared inside the method of the same class.
Sorry, there is a miss drag now with the network.
Yeah, I
So
was saying like
local variable.
declaring the same method of the same class. I mean, sorry, different method but same class.
Okay. So local variable is declared inside the method and outside the class. So what it actually means? If you remember a program that you have seen, when you open the program, you see before writing the class name, there will be a declaration, a variable int a equals to 100. It is outside only, na? Then you are writing class student. Inside you are writing SID, int SID equals to 1. String sname equals to Krishna. And string or double marks equals to so and so value you are writing. So you are writing this one inside the class. Class student, open the flower braces, and you are writing this values, variables, and its values you are writing. So already there is a int a equals to 100 where we have written before the class we have written, which is
Yeah.
nothing but outside the class.
Yeah.
So that is called the local variable. Means that can be used over the program.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over the program means not only by the any particular class, it can be used locally. Everyone can be accessible with that int a equals to 100. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So local variables are
So,
related to private and public in any way, or just
yeah, we divide it according to the access modifier, whatever we write it.
okay?
Once we enter into the access modifiers, we'll get the examples here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely we want to mention the access modifier. Without mentioning an access modifier, we cannot use any variable.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Instance variable are also called as non-static variable. Okay. A variable which is declared inside the class. So just I told some inside the class SID, sname, marks, or these are called instances variable. What is an instance here? Instance is nothing but wherever we can create an object, we can use it, right? Those are called instances variable. You can create an object for that class, right?
Yeah.
From the main method,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can call. So you can create an object for that class, and you are calling the class variables. So it is called as an instance variable. Let me write a line so that everyone who says just the class listening blindly, maybe my terminology they not understood also. If they write notes, they can read on, they can understand what I'm telling. So here an instance is nothing but an object I'm telling.
Yeah.
Please take the notes. Oops concept has entered. Please take the notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a variable which is declared inside the class, outside the method, is called instances. Just just giving them access modifier variable and the value. This will state as an instances variable inside the class, the declaration of the variable. Same way, which is also called as non-static variable. And the static variable we say using static keyword. So if we using a static keyword, then
Yeah.
that variable is called static variable. If you're using a static keyword in front of the method, it is called static method. Same way static class.
Yeah, in static variables, we can use both value and difference types. Right?
No, we cannot use the reference types. A object is not being used here. That's what I'm telling.
Okay,
A variable which is, yeah, static variable is like a variable which is declared inside the class, outside the method, by using static keyword. Means the same thing I'm repeating. What
Yeah,
I told for instances variable, for the same, see for int sid we have written, right? Static sid if you write, that id is used within that class only. So
yeah,
you
I
are
mean,
not,
I mean
yeah,
to say we can use both integers and strings, right?
yes, that we can use.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So we are not, so the particular one which you told, the SID is equals to 2 or 3, that is
Yeah.
fixed. You cannot change the static variable.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why for SID, IDs, we don't keep any static keyword for this kind of values, because the SID is not fixed for everyone. No? There are 8 participants. For all the participants, there are different I-20, different I-20 numbers and everything, right? So
Yeah.
static keyword is used only when it is said to be have, it is not to be changed overall in the class. Overall the class, whenever we are using that variable, it will not be changed. In that case only, we'll use the static variable.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is related to the class. That is related to an object. Let me send, write the sentence for you to remember. Okay, exact 7:30. 31. Everyone writing?
Yeah, we finished it.
Yeah, we've finished it.
Okay. Okay, we finished the time of the class also.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
We entered into the OOPS concept. Everyone should write the notes. And
Yeah, can you please share the notepad document as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. And now it's time to ask questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone, yeah. Surya,
Yes.
what is value type and reference type? Did you hear me? Surya? Madhu? Madhu,
Yes, yes.
can you tell about value type and reference type?
Value type is like data will be storing in a stack memory, and the reference type is in the reference type data will be storing in a heap memory, and in the value type variable can have actual data, and reference type it can contain address of the data. In the primitive data types, except general data types are called value types, like numerical, character, logical. For example, like int, long, and in a primitive data types only general data types will come under the reference type, like string. Structures and enums are value types. Class, interface come under the under reference types.
Okay, good. You're not seeing the notes, right?
No.
Next is Shiva.
Yes, ma'am.
When will you declare particular variable as nullable type?
When we have whenever an input is an optional, that means like not compulsory. When then we can declare it as a particular variable as a nullable type.
Syntax also.
Syntax is value type and variable name is question null.
Value type, then
Question mark and variable name is question null, ma'am.
okay, fine. Akhil, next.
Yes.
What is implicit typed variable? When we will use that implicit typed variable?
So yeah, using var keyword, we declare implicit typed variables, and these are mainly used to convert the data type depending on the value which we assign, and and when we are unable to guess what type of value we are going to assign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, Sumant.
Yes.
When we use type of, when you use get type. Like what is type of and what is get type?
Type of methods, right? Like type of is like an operator, and get type is a method. Type of, when we enter type of, it will return the given data type base type. Like yesterday you showed gave us some examples, right? Base type system.int32, those kind of base types. And when we use get type, it will return the variable type, I think.
Okay. Next. Krishna.
Yeah.
When we'll go for explicit typecasting?
Like for example, like when we are converting the smaller value to the big value, we use the implicit. Like for example, yesterday we discussed about that, like s by 2, short to long, like long to we can go for
Okay.
yeah. And for in whenever we can't go with the implicit, then only we can go with the explicit.
When our compiler cannot do it,
Yeah.
right?
with the implicit, we can go with the explicit.
Okay. Shiva completed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm happy yesterday and today some improvement is there. Surya, why you not responding?
Sorry, ma'am, I just got an immediate call. Go ahead.
Surya,
Sorry.
no problem. Surya, can you tell about garbage collector?
Garbage collector is about, we use it for two types. One is the allocating memory and the other is deallocating the memory. Yesterday I told an all you like by the manual, like when the object is created, we allocate the memory for that object within the heap memory, and then when the object is not used by the application, we will destroy the unused objects, whatever we don't
You will
need.
destroy or garbage collector will automatically do?
Garbage collector will automatically destroy whatever we don't use, like
Unused objects.
unused objects.
Okay. Fine. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I'll send with the interview questions and the programs
Thank you very
for
much.
your next class. Thank you.